How do you cope with not being so physically attractive? Most of the time I forget about it, and then sometimes I remember and get real sad, but then I remind myself that it's not too important anyway and kinda forget about it again. Try to dress as nicely as I can afford. Stay clean. Be friendly. Try to make people laugh. All things that can be done by choice. I used to think my unattractiveness would doom me to a life of loneliness, but I shocked myself and now have a normal, beautiful girlfriend. So the key is basically just not falling into the mindset of I'm ugly so nobody will ever want me. I generally make an effort to avoid mirrors. The feels. I've been unable to truly look at myself in a mirror since I was a teenager and I'm in my 30s now. I try to only look at what I need to look at, such as my hair when I'm styling it before going out, but haven't actually let myself think about any other part of my reflection, if that makes sense. I kind of stopped caring. I stopped trying to attract women and just began doing me, metaphorically and physically. It gets lonely at times, but I have friends and I go out and try to do stuff so I don't feel lonely. It helps. As does having a cat and dog who love me. Also developed a few hobbies like 3D printing and designing a video game, which help a lot with the loneliness. I have a little bit of hope left that I'll eventually find someone who will want me just as much as I want them. I get optimistic at times, but I hold myself back a lot, and I'm trying to not do that so much. But at the same time, I don't try to put myself out there as much as I used to. By not trying to attract anyone. By going to the gym and working to make yourself into the person you want to be. Ugly faces are gym resistant. I have met almost nobody ever who has a truly ugly face and wouldn't look good fit, well dressed and standing up straight. And if in the 1 out of 1,000 scenario, and no, you're not the 1 out of 1,000, that your face is still ugly after that, you're insane if you think those other things wouldn't still help. It's just a technique to convince yourself to not try to improve, because improving is hard and staying stagnant is easy. Do you actually want change? Do you really? Then go make a change and stay with it. Hearing my mom say I'm a handsome guy and girls would be lucky to be with me. The voice in my head tells me my mother is lying. I put effort into my physical appearance anyway. Dress nicely. Style my hair. Try to be fit. Sometimes wear makeup. Few people are naturally attractive enough to look nice when they don't put in any effort. And few people are unattractive enough to not look nice when they try. I know so many people who complain about being unattractive, but what's really going on is that they've never put in any effort. In particular, I see tons of men who really just need to take care of their skin and get a flattering haircut. I go to the gym and take care of myself, so I will at least be the best looking version of me. Can't help my face much, but at least I am in decent shape, which still gives me some points. I personally avoid showing too much of what makes me insecure. For example, I have really crooked teeth, so I don't show them off that much. I do, but the most I do so is when I laugh. I try to often smile with my mouth closed to show off my dimples instead of my crooked teeth. I am also really skinny and have no. So I wear clothes that fit nicely, that distract that fact and accentuate the good parts about me. Sometimes you just have to overlook the bad stuff. Try to find parts that you like about yourself and make the most of it. Just accept the fact and look on the bright side. At least people will mind their own business towards you, and there will be no arguments about you. I just friendzone the girls so they can't friendzone me. This guy gets it. I don't know, man. I'm a hunchback janitor and I just sort of do my own thing. My wife likes me. My sons like me. Nobody else's opinion really matters. Lots of mental anguish and negative self-talk on repeat in a circle for decades. I learned this from a summer spent working as a door-to-door salesman. If someone says no to the product, that's okay. They might not like the product. Or they might like it and simply don't feel a need for the product at that moment. Your job is to do your best to encourage them to feel the need for the product. But if you don't succeed on that doorstep, that's okay, because you know that the law of averages proves that someone in that neighborhood is willing to buy. Therefore you just need to knock on enough doors. I can't tell you how much this has helped me in the years since. If only 1% of the world finds you attractive, that's still millions of people. But if 0% of the world finds you attractive, that's still 0 people. Good point. I just forgot how I looked in the past and I stopped caring about it, although it really got hard for me the moment I found someone I like. I can't control what people think about me. I just tried being kind to others until I was lucky enough to find a partner who values kindness. In my 20s I was just insecure. In my 30s I had also gained weight. But employment threw me into situations where I met a lot of people, and I knew 2 men who nearly everyone liked. They were both very homely but very friendly, and I noticed one thing about them. They always made you feel good when you were around them. They smiled when they saw someone across a room and came right over acting like it had been years since they had seen you. They laughed at your jokes and made you feel that what you said was important. I learned that. I am now really old enough to be many Redditors' grandmother, but I have a ton of friends and admirers. I have been engaged 4 times and followed through to marriage twice. 2 men after I was in my 50s pursued me enthusiastically. I absolutely am well groomed and cleanly dressed. I am also kind, and I make people feel good, and I am loved. Do I still feel insecure? Yup. I cringe at photos of my pudgy aging self. But I am successful and happy as long as you don't show me a picture, and I am never without friends. Confidence. I look like a big toe, but if I stand up straight and wear clothes that fit well, I'm perceived 1,000 times better. This 100%. When I just hang around alone in my apartment in sweatpants and a t-shirt, without product in my hair, I look terrible, but I still absolutely love myself. Because there isn't anything else I can do about that. As hating how I look is downright counterproductive. When I'm out and about, or hanging out with friends, at work, whatever, I always dress properly and just behave like myself. No projections. I'm confident to the point where I can be perceived as cocky, but I don't care. As long as I'm happy with myself, people can think whatever they like about me. Hiding in my house and not going outside. How many wins you got in Apex Legends? I am not and have never been physically attractive. I have a lazy eye, a big forehead, an out-of-shape nose. My teeth are bad because I could never afford to get braces. I'm short, chubby, and I've got scarring on my legs. But I learned to accept that. I take care of myself because I have every right to. Make sure to try new outfits and hairstyles so I get some confidence. And I try not to let what people say get to me too much. Follow my interests. Life is good. 1. Lost weight. 2. Bought new clothes. 3. Got new makeup. 4. Paid more attention to my posture. People often have no idea how much posture matters in attractiveness. It's not just body either. Standing up straight with shoulder back slims the neck and jawline, making your whole face look better. Who says you aren't? Anyway, a few key points to being a bit more appealing as a person. Don't put yourself down. That's the number 1. The most important part. If you are convinced that you are physically unattractive or worthless as a person, it will reflect on your personality and you will seem like the kind of person who just mourns being unattractive. Instead, acknowledge what you don't like about yourself and work towards improving it. If you think that you're just ugly, you're just wrong. Really, simply that. No scars. No facial features, are just ugly. This is you and you are great. If you don't like your current look, change it. If it's something you can't change, then that alone doesn't make you ugly or unattractive. If you think you're too heavy, change your diet. This is incredibly difficult. I speak from experience here. But once you got through the first week, it'll be a lot easier, and it's so easy to eat tasty, healthy food. Also, go to a gym. No matter how unfit you are, nobody will judge you, because you are there, trying to change it. I don't have much time, but I do sports about twice a week and go to the gym at least once. I'm a chubby dude, but I have not once had a bad encounter at the gym. Quite the opposite. Everyone was very eager to help and just kind. Get a new haircut and try things out. Don't let other people get you down. Instead, learn to laugh at yourself. If you can laugh about yourself, others can't hurt you very easy anymore, and you'll be the person that can laugh at themselves. which is a very attractive character trait. Also, seeing some irony in own actions and situations is fun and can light your day up drastically. Most of all, make sure that you are the person you want to be, not the person you think you should be. Edit. Allow yourself to celebrate milestones and appreciate the change you make. If you want to lose 40 pounds, 10 pounds is not very far along the road, but it's a huge accomplishment. Allow yourself to enjoy the subtle changes you experience. Most people aren't models, and attractive is subjective anyway, so don't worry. Enjoy being alive and have fun. Don't ask anyone out. If you don't ask, then you can't get rejected.